All right, I'm Zachary Summer, and I'm going to be reading chapter 12 of Acts. Now, it was about that time Herod the king laid hands on some who belonged to the church in order to mistreat them. And he had James, the brother of John, put to death with a sword. When he saw that it pleased the Jews, he proceeded to arrest Peter also. Now it was during the days of unleavened bread. When he seized them, he put them in prison, delivering him to 4 squads of soldiers to guard him, intending after the Passover to bring them out before the people. So Peter was kept in prison, but prayer for him was being made fervently by the church to God. On the very night when Herod was about to bring him forward, Peter was sleeping between 2 soldiers, bound with 2 chains, and the guard in front of the door was watching over the prison. And behold, an angel of the Lord suddenly appeared, and a light shone in the cell. And he struck Peter's side and woke him up, saying, "Get up quickly." And his chains fell off his hands. And the angel said to him, "Gird yourself and put on your sandals." And he did so. And he said to him, "Wrap your cloak around you and follow me." And he went out and continued to follow. And he did not know what was being done by the angel was real, but he thought that he was seeing a vision. When they had passed the first and second guard, they came to an iron gate that leads into the city, which opened to them by itself. And they went out and went along one street, and immediately the angel departed from them. When Peter came to himself, he said, "Now I know for sure that the Lord has sent forth his angel and rescued me from the hand of Herod and from that the Jewish people were expecting." And when he realized this, he went to the house of Mary, the mother of John, who was also called Mark, where many were gathered together and were praying. And so right there, one instance of how prayer will change God's mind. Like throughout the Bible, we see that because of the prayers of people, Jesus will enable things to happen because of prayer. So one thing that we need to be doing as a church consistently, and something that I know I need to work on, is being constantly in prayer. It says pray without ceasing, and that's what we need to be doing more and more in order to further the kingdom, and like even that, and then a testimony of it to further the gospel. Verse 13. When he knocked at the door of the gate, a servant girl named Rhonda came to answer. When she recognized Peter's voice, because of her joy, did not open the gate, but ran in and announced that Peter was standing in front of the gate. They said to her, "You're out of your mind," but she kept insisting that it was so. They kept saying, "It is his angel." But Peter continued knocking, and when they opened the door, they saw him and were amazed. But motioning to them with his hand to be silent, he described to them how the Lord led them out of prison, and he said, "Report these things to James and his brethren." Then he left and went to another place. Now when the day came, there was no small disturbance among the soldiers as to what could have become of Peter. When Herod had searched for him and had not found him, he exclaimed to the guards and ordered that they be led away to execution. Then he went down to Judea to Caesarea and was spending time there. Now he was very angry with the people of Tyre and Sidon, and with one accord they came to him. And having warned the Blastus and king's chamberlain, they said they were asking for peace, because their country was fled by the king's country. On an appointed day, Herod, having put his royal apparel on, took his seat on the rosarium and began delivering an address to them. The people kept crying out, "The voice of God and not a voice of man." And immediately an angel of the Lord struck him because he did not give God the glory, and he was eaten by worms and died. But the word of the Lord continued on and grow and multiply. And Barnabas and Saul returned to Jerusalem when they had fulfilled their mission, taking along with them John, who was also called Mark. Yeah, so this chapter we see how, one, Peter was delivered from literal prison, and because of prayer and because of the church praying fervently. And two, like that last part, how because he didn't give thanks to God, that he was like, all right, that's it, I'm gonna take you out. And he did. He struck him because he did not give God the glory, and was eaten by worms and died. So one thing that people say a lot here is that the first step away from God is ungratefulness and not thanking God for what all he's done for us. And so just remember that, keep that mindset of thankfulness, that looking back, like what God has done this whole time leading up to this point. And like, there's going to be a lot you can thank him for. So just keep that in mind as you read, throughout your day. Just keep on your mind thankfulness, and pray for someone that you know that needs prayer, or pray for someone that you're going after and you're chasing after, pursuing for the Lord. Amen.